At Tassie Visuals, we believe every brand has a story worth sharing. We're not just creators, we're storytellers, crafting experiences that grab attention and drive results. Our expertise in video production, photography, drone operation, and website design turns your vision into reality.
Oh, there we go. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Warrane Basketball Stadium for round 8 of the Island Hustle, presented by Tassie Visuals. And, of course, tonight we have our women's game first up between SPR Conditioning and St Albi. Good evening once again. Ronald Riggs and Jacob Dool will be here this evening for another Friday night of hoops. And as we get ready for a big week coming up with the men's national team coming down, well, let's start our appetite with some Island Hustle action here tonight with two teams and two key players returning for either side here as well too, Jacob.
Yeah, it's an exciting week coming up, as you say. A nice warm-up for us here in Warrane. Some high-quality basketball, as we've been seeing in the Island Hustle. And, yeah, two teams here that would be eager for a win, I think for different reasons. SPR Conditioning been competitive for long stretches, but still chasing their first win of the season. St Albi looking to solidify their spot in the top two, so a lot at stake here, and as you say, some key players back into the contest as well.
Absolutely, you know, games are now crucial for all these teams. There's not many weeks left in the regular season, like probably one or two, I think three. I was having a word with Josh a little bit earlier. So right now, every game kind of counts towards your ladder position.
100%, yeah, they only get more and more important from here. So that's why it would be a really welcome boost for these teams, as you mentioned, to get their players back from, I believe, from the World University 3-on-3 Championships. Shana Thompson back for St Albi, Emerson Wells for SPR.
Yes, I just wonder how much, if the jet lag might be some, because it takes quite a while to, I know you've travelled to America and whatnot, and that's kind of a well-winded type of plane trip, but Brazil would be something different, I'm sure.
It'd be, at least similar, if not even further. So it's a tricky one to bounce back from. I'm not sure when they did get back in, but apart from anything else, a pretty busy schedule while they were there playing, and on top of that, the travel. It's a lot to bounce back from, so we'll see how they look out there early in this game.
Absolutely. Of course, the UTAS women made it to the quarterfinals before going down in that one, but a very good effort nonetheless. Tip-off underway here as St Albi control it to the left of your screen. There's Arnold with the ball now. Over to Geared for 3, is way short on her first attempt. Vanderkamp with the O-board. Good work by her. She's had a big week school-wise in a local job, and just couldn't get that two to go. And then Bowser and everyone else trying to work their way in, and Waller put a hand in there, so that'll be a foul. And, well, Eliza Vanderkamp will go to the line here for 2.
A little bit scrappy to start off for St Albi, wasn't it? But I think they'd be happy with the end result, able to fight their way around the basket and get 2 free throws here.
Absolutely. As I mentioned, I noticed Eliza on Tuesday, and she was very red in the face. Now, we don't know if it was windburned or sunburn, but nonetheless, good to see she was helping the students out at her local school in the athletics carnival during the week, and good to see she's backing up here this evening for round 8 of the Island Hustle, presented by Tassie Visuals. Schultz now looking to explore, along with Emerson Wells, who had a great tournament over in Brazil. Meanwhile, Ellie Ferguson on the back door, couldn't get that to go. Thompson, who also had a very good tournament as well, also participated in the three-point shootout contest as well too. Couldn't get that one to go. Mackenzie Mummy got the rebound. Emily Arnold back over with it. Cross court we go to Vanderkamp. Can she get the lucky drop? No. And, well, again, both teams struggling to hit their groove here early on. Waller misses that one for us on cue. Now Thompson up the floor here. Now, can Mummy break the drought? No, she can't. She missed everything on that one. Schultz down the floor now. Bowser, good to see her back in the lineup as well too. Now Ferguson this time for 3. Yes.
Great recognition from Wells there that she had the defender right on her hip, so instead kicks it out to Ferguson, who I thought played really well in the absence of Emerson Wells, and knocks down her first shot there.
She definitely had to step up last week, Jacob, of course, with no Wells in that lineup. It was certainly next man up mentality as Vanderkamp couldn't get that to go. Wells on cue for us got the rebound, and now Schultz is on the downhill run, draws contact, and will get it to go. She'll go to line for 1.
It's an impressive finish there, almost around the defender. Don't know how she got the angle, but made it work off the glass.
She was able to make something out of nothing. As Schultz will have a free throw here to try and convert a 3-point play, and does. And 6-1 currently at the moment. Of course, duly noted, SPR haven't won a game yet. They are way overdue for a win. Can they get one here tonight? Thompson might have other ideas on that one.
First bucket for Shana Thompson of the night. First of many, I'm sure, averaging 37 points a game in this competition. So ridiculous numbers from her on a regular basis.
Yes, right up there in MVP contention as well too, with the awards, I believe, will be announced through the social media path. We received some word today that the dinner has been cancelled. More information coming to you later as Thompson knocks that one down right there.
We've seen it enough times, haven't we? It only takes one make for Shana Thompson to catch fire, so a couple of confidence builders there. Nice, easy ones to walk into.
And regardless of playing 3-on-3, she quickly adjusts to the 5-on-5 as well too, along with Emerson Wells for the response.
Wells been maybe the most consistent player for SPR, doing 20 points a game, 11 rebounds, really does it all, and that 3-point shot's such a weapon.
Vanderkamp for the triple, no good. Last touch by Wells, so ball goes out of bounds. Bridie McCaffrey coming into the game here for Bowser. And looks like SPR don't have Paigey or Sienna Nolan tonight as well too, but they're both here, but obviously sitting this one out for this week. Thompson, quick double team. Arnold here at the corner. Couldn't get that to go. Vanderkamp, great O-board. There was contact there. That was called from the other side there. Of course, referees for this evening's game are Tate Browning and Cale Browning. They're both brothers, by the way. And Jack Skelly also on the game tonight as well too.
Really active start for Vanderkamp here. Her third offensive rebound already, so another second chance opportunity from the free throw line as she knocks down the first one there.
That she does. Can she go 2 of 2 here? We'll soon find out. And does. So Vanderkamp 2 of 2 brings this margin back within 2 currently at the moment after what's been somewhat of a good start by SPR. That shot was missed, and SPR with another opportunity here to find their way back to the basket. Well, Wells will pull up and knock down that 2.
Playing with a lot of confidence as well, isn't she, off the back of that 3-on-3 tournament? Good results there, so it makes sense.
Absolutely. Of course, Thompson and Wells playing against some of the best university players in the world, as Thompson just proves that point for me right there. Of course, good. I did able to watch some of that 3-on-3 action as well too. Thankfully, the time zones did work out in the end for a couple of those games, Jacob. And UTAS holding their own in that tournament. It was great to see. As Wells, now Schultz goes up and gets that 2 to go. Should also mention too, it was the University of Melbourne representing the men's side, and they came 3rd in that competition as well too. Great work by them. So they got a bronze medal out of it all, as Geared knocks down a 3 as well too, speaking of thirds.
All of a sudden, both teams couldn't get the lid off early, but plenty of shots falling now, so we'll see if that pace continues as we see SPR just walk into a layup there.
Yeah, Emma Waller just with a nice easy bucket there and gets the 2 there, so they retake the lead after it was quickly tied. Thompson wants to go for another lead change, but no good there. Geared got the rebound. Now Wells, down low, here we go to Thompson. Thompson, first try you don't succeed. Second try you might as well force a foul and put yourself back at the line for 2. Need ball looking to check in here for Emily Arnold.
You mentioned a couple of players sitting out for SPR tonight. A bit of extra depth on the bench for St Albi. We'll see how that helps them throughout the game as Thompson makes the first one.
I was going to say for for St Albi, Hallie Vaughan still out with injury. Chelsea Coral still out with injury. And just trying to pick up who the other player is down there. And it might be Sienna Bent as well too, who's a young local from Hobart Phoenix, and probably I think she's a train-on player with the team potentially as well too. Good to see her down there as well. And Trevor was the call there. Bryden McCaffrey there just taking one too many steps.
We've seen this a few times this season already from SPR, a good competitive start. And they just drop off at some point in the game, so they really want to keep this up and steady here.
And the ball there, couldn't get that 2 to go. She was a bit of a bump on the play, but referees will let him go as Wells gets that 3 ball to go down once again.
Really nice start for Emerson Wells. She's made 2 triples already in this game. One of the more prolific 3-point shooters in the competition, shooting 34% from deep.
And another travel call there as Ella Geared into the game here for Emma Waller. And no, hang on. Are we taking? No, we are continuing. I thought we were going to stop play there to let Beck Ock into the game, but she'll wait for the next one as Geared short on her first attempt, and a quick whistle here on the play. And that's going to be on Ella Geared there for the reach. Now we can bring Beck Ogg into the game. She will come in for Lois Vanderkamp. So just on 4:19 to go here in the first quarter. Great to have you with us on a Friday. Here on what has been a very nice day here in Hobart, weather-wise as well too. Great to have you with us. As well, Thompson went for the drive, drew some players in. There was contact on the play, so Charlotte Thompson will return to the line for 2 more.
I think that's what you see when Shana Thompson's playing at her best, isn't it? Not settling for jump shots, head down to the basket. She's so good at drawing the contact and playing through it.
Yeah, she knocks that one down. Of course, especially in her 3-on-3 competition as well too, she had to do a little bit more driving as well. We did notice, for those that did watch, that when she can find that three ball, she definitely was. But in the end, she did have to get to the basket to force the referees to call fouls. Obviously, a different officiating game in the international scene, as we all know, Jacob. And sometimes you just got to try and draw that contact and hope for the best. And similar on that one with that call there, as Wells is on fire from downtown.
Look at 3 threes for Emerson Wells. She's up to 11 points. Thompson, the other player in double digits, on 11, so they've wasted absolutely no time settling back into things in Island Hustle.
Absolutely. Ball for 3, yes, and that's a nice response as well too. Back to 1 point.
That's what St Albi need, players knocking down shots, Thompson drawing all the attention. There's going to be open shooters.
McCaffrey, and that will not count. That is a travel. She shuffled I think she shuffled her feet first before she let her fly. And we have a timeout here with 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. It is a slender 1 point lead to SPR at the moment, 21-20. But some really good basketball at both ends of the floor here now, Jacob.
Yeah, both teams I think would have to be fairly happy with the way they've started. St Albi not shooting the ball super efficiently, but working hard on the offensive glass. 6 O boards already, putting up some good production as a result. And for SPR, they're 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Emerson Wells leading the way there, so making shots at a high rate. Is that sustainable? We'll have to wait and see, but again, they've started well. Can they stick with it now against one of the better teams in this competition?
Absolutely. Of course, St Albi back to probably just about near full strength as well too. Now, just quickly, for those that have got 2 screens at home, or you're watching something else and not over in Perth at the moment, Australia 1 for 15 in their first innings at the moment, just to give you some quiet updates here.
There's always something else to keep an eye on a Friday night, isn't
Absolutely. Well, we've got the cricket, and then we've got Jackie straight after the cricket as well too, because they play against Perth Wildcats tonight as well too, Jackie. And then, of course, they're home to the Sydney Kings on Sunday. So it's a big week, big weekend.
They're all big weekends at this time of year, aren't they?
Absolutely.
But, no complaints.
No, definitely not, especially next week as well too. We'll try and touch on that as we go along. Meanwhile, though, St Albi will look to retake the lead on this possession, and, well, I thought Sian Thompson was going to hit that one, but that might be the heat check right there, Jacob.
Yeah, I think she'd earned it. The classic wipe the hands on the shorts when you shoot the air ball, but I think we'll let her get away with one shot like that.
I think so. Of course, yep. I wonder about the jet lag, if there's still any, but I would assume all players had a pretty good night's rest when they finally got back home to their own bed, as Wells couldn't get that to go. Thompson got the rebound. Now Thompson up the floor here for St Albi, and she goes way cross court over to Mackenzie Mummy, and once again everyone getting caught out on that line. This has been a whole season long thing where I think players are just not fully aware of where they are on that floor at times, Jake.
There's something about the corners here, isn't there?
Yeah,
especially so far tonight. The out of bounds, a couple of travel calls as players are a bit too eager to make the drive, so everyone just needs to take a deep breath, I think, and settle things down.
Yes, they sure do. Now Wells here, realising that on ball, trying to go into McCaffrey, needs to go elsewhere. Now she gets it as McCaffrey goes to work and went with the hook, drew contact. She'll go to the line for 2 here.
Nice strong move from McCaffrey there to draw the contact. I thought she might get the roll with a nice hook shot on the left, but she'll get a couple of opportunities at the free throw line.
Of course, Bridie down here until I think before semester 1 starts back up. Of course, she's attending the University of Sunshine Coast, of course, so we may see her in the UBL next season, in all the other bits and pieces that we do. But great to see she's playing out the season here. She goes 1 or 2 on there.
Quality program on the Sunshine Coast, isn't it, in the UBL? So there'd be worse places for her to land than there.
Absolutely, because we saw them about a month or 2 back as well. Thompson from deep is short on that one. Og did a good job of tapping that one over the knee ball. Now Geared. Now Mummy from deep. Couldn't get that to go. So shooting on that possession. That's drying up there for St Albi as McCaffrey looks to go for the reverse. No good there. And now Geared off and running. Has no numbers in support, goes solo, and well, nearly a good option, but nonetheless it missed. Now Og will fire one from deep, and well, had a good look at it, did everything but go in.
A couple of shots on that possession that were just about down and rolled around and out, so not much luck for St Albi there.
No, certainly not there, Jacob, as Ferguson gets a nice easy layup.
Ferguson with her second field goal of the game, so a little bit of a slower start for her, but we know what she can do. We've seen it in recent weeks.
Yes, and a turnover there is now pass from Hollingsworth into Ferguson. No good. Geared couldn't pick up the scraps on that one. Second time round, not too bad. She draws a foul and she'll go to line for two. So everyone can kind of putting their hands in at the moment. And well, we talk about foul discipline at the Jackies level. Foul discipline here might have to come into play with both the coaches.
It's the same thing, isn't it? You don't want to be giving away too many free opportunities, but on that one, Geared up against it size-wise, but managed to find her way into inside position for the rebound and just kept on scrapping.
Yeah, no, it was good to see as Geared here at line for two, misses the first. Just on 1:07 to go here. As Geared will go none of two there, so no, I don't know if we put the mockers on it. We'll soon find out afterwards. There's Thompson here. Now Og, quick double team, but good pass out to Ball. Nice little step through there, but no good. Geared got the rebound. Now Geared up the floor here, and we'll settle this one down for the troops. As Wells from deep once again. That could be the heat check right there for her after, well, as Jacob mentioned, hitting 3 threes already in this first quarter. Thompson, no good on that one. But good work by Og, and this time, no, not this time, unfortunately. Bowser got hacked there by Geared, so that will be the fourth team foul there for St Albi. Next one we'll see them at the line, but with 28 seconds to go, I don't think we'll see that. Unless something happens.
Never know, do you?
True.
We've got a timeout, so that 28 seconds will drag out a little bit longer for us here.
Yes, it will, Jacob. So margin at 4 here currently at the moment, 24-20 in favour of SPR. And, well, right now it's been, I'd say the last few minutes have been a little bit different as far as, well, we saw that middle patch there, Jacob, where both teams were knocking down shots, and now just a little tried up again a little bit here.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It feels like it's a bit of a game of runs, but both teams have made their runs offensively at the same time. You know, they were both struggling to score early, then caught fire a little bit through the middle part of that this term and knocked down some shots, but dried up again late. So a chance with 28 seconds left here to grab a little bit of momentum heading into quarter time, but I think both would be trying to figure out how to get back into that offensive flow that they had through the middle part of the first quarter.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams will be trying to find that wishing well, so to speak, and try and make it rain from downtown or from inside as well too. Both teams will be able to come back out on the floor as we mentioned throughout the first quarter here. Of course, big week coming up with the Australian men's national team coming down next week. Of course, we won't be on air next Friday due to that Boomers game. I will be there in attendance. I got my ticket today. Jacob, are you beauty? Yes. I'm sure you'll be down there covering for the pick and roll as well.
Absolutely.
And going to be exciting. So Island Hustle will be Saturday and Sunday next week, folks, as well too. We'll give you some broadcast times for that as well as we go along. Here, Bowser. Well, good D there by Arnold to strip that one away. And now, ball, well, that was last deflected by Wells. So St Albi have 10.3 left on the game clock. Shot clock is out. So let's see here. I assume they'll try and find probably Thompson or Geared, one or the other. And I'll go to Thompson. Let's see if Thompson can make something out of nothing. Miraculous pass to Begog for the, nearly for the triple. It's a good look nonetheless. And that will round it out. So a 4-point lead here currently to SPR. Good first quarter by both teams. It's 24-20.
could have just about penciled that in as play of the game, I think.
Oh,
Shana
absolutely.
Thompson, that pass, if it had been an assist. But nonetheless, a nice start for her in this game. It's been the stars that have stepped up, as we've spoken about. Thompson with 11 points, 5 rebounds and a couple of assists. Emerson Wells with 11 points of her own. She's knocked down 3 triples already. So we wondered how they would impact proceedings and how they'd settle back into things. Fair to say they're going to be fairly central to the result of this game.
Absolutely. And, right now, I think for St Albi, it's more, again, they've got to try and get it adjusted back. Probably for both teams, actually, because Thompson and Wells are probably your main major players here in each side. I think for both teams right now, it's been that quarter to try and get used to having both your key players back and just trying to get them back into the offensive system that the teams have been able to put together over the last few months.
Yeah, it's just, it's already tricky in a competition like this to find that connectivity between the roster. They're drafted and thrown together without necessarily much familiarity, and then you lose players for a week or two, they come back, you sort of start that process over again in a way. So it is a bit of a challenge for both teams to see who can settle into things better, but I'd say they've both made a pretty good start of that so far offensively. We'll see if they can keep that going a bit more consistently through the rest of this game.
Very good. Finally got a photo. It's only taken 8 weeks. I finally get a photo. I'd love a copy of that, by the way, too.
We'll have to chase that one
down.
We'll
chase that. Well, when Matt comes up here at halftime, we'll chase him up. All right, both teams about to come back out on the floor. Now, I did mention about next week. So game times are the same times as per what it would be any other normal Friday, Saturday. But, of course, Saturday is still 6 and 7:30. And we are going a Sunday night down here as well, too, at Lorraine due to the Boomers. And it will be 6 and 7:30 there on a Sunday night as well too. Of course, you can see all live action by the Island Hustle YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe and you can see this game live, or you can watch the condensed game. And we always clip up the points and send those clips to JB and give him something to do. So JB will have them up throughout the week for you as well too. But yes, just some different days next week, just because of the national team coming down, and for the first time in about 19 years. By the way, too, folks, I was there the last time it happened as well, too.
It's well overdue, isn't it, then?
Very well overdue. So we are looking forward to next week, and also, of course, the Island Hustle in their second last round of the competition as Thompson goes up. Couldn't get that to go. And then, well, everyone kind of contesting. Vanderkamp open for 3 and knocks it down.
Good shot from Vanderkamp there. Her first field goal of the game. Got into the line a few times, but she's putting together a very nice start to this one and some good defense at the other end.
Yes, no, absolutely. No, Liza's, her playing has been very good throughout the season. Yeah, she has been improving throughout over the last couple of years, and you can see why there as well too, folks. A good knockdown shot and then some defense down the upper end. As Arnold sees an opening there, really got that first step on Bowser, and well, the veteran able to get her way to the basket for a 2. So some good work there by Emily Arnold, and all of a sudden this game has gone back to St Albi with a slender 1-point lead. Currently at the moment, Hollingsworth out to Waller. Wells looking to go here. Shot clock in single digits as Hollingsworth knocks down the 3.
Good job of finding the shooter in the corner. Wells drawing some attention and keeping the ball swinging.
And geared with the putback there. So back and forth we go. But good to see both teams really trying to utilise the opportunities where the defence is really kind of moulded in. And then all of a sudden there's the kick-out pass for that shot.
Yeah, I think they're both doing a good job of keeping the ball moving, and then St Albi in particular scrapping for second chance opportunities as well. We saw Geared there. She's got 4 offensive rebounds in this game, so really working hard around the basket.
Thompson Gillen with Stark, Vanderkamp, extra out to Geared for the drive, and well, Hayley Geared just overcooked that one. Now out to Hollingsworth here, and she got moulded over. I think the look set it all down there, as that will be on Eliza Vanderkamp. Substitution here as Eva Schultz into the ball game. Here for her first minutes in the second quarter. Of course, she played in the first quarter as well too. Good to see Nan and Eva's little brother out there, Dusty, watching her tonight. Good to see.
It's safe to say that Van der Kamp wasn't too happy with the foul call there.
No, certainly not. So that will see her quickly go to the bench.
Just having a look, I think that's her first foul of the game.
Yep.
So still not in any real trouble there, but playing it safe, St Albi.
Absolutely does. She is remonstrating with her teammates down there on the benches. Schultz couldn't get that shot to go. And now geared with it here for St Albi. Again, they've got that 1 point lead and looking to make it either a 3 or a 4 point game here. Thompson putting it to the floor now. Sees Mummy with a nice step through and the drive for the 2.
Really strong drive and finish, wasn't it? Had to battle through a little bit of contact, but nice way for her to get onto the score sheet in this one as Shana Thompson forces the turnover there.
Yeah, forces turnover. Em Waller wanted a foul. Referees didn't see it that way. Well, I think Em Waller was saying more come off Thompson's foot, but again, the referees weren't buying it.
I feel like we see Emma Waller take some big hits just about every week in Island Hustle.
Absolutely. I mean, she does play footy for Lauderdale there too, Jacob, so we know she comes in with those hard knocks.
She can hold up under that contact fairly well, but
yes,
would rather not, I'm sure, take too many falls on the hardwood here.
No, I wouldn't think not. Of course, Emma Waller is a former Chargers player, state player as well too. So I'm sure Emma doesn't mind hitting that hardwood as, well, Shana Thompson just goes into the lap of Matt Bissett down there. Took some contact from Bowser as well too. So Shana Thompson at the line here for 2.
Not sure if Matt softened the landing there or just stuck a knee in as she's gone down, but either way, doing his best to keep out of the action.
Absolutely, as Thompson at the line for 2.
It's her first score of the quarter here, so just keeping the scoreboard ticking over. She's 3 of 12 from the field, but getting to the line at a pretty good rate so far.
Yes, 2 for 2 there for Thompson, so margin at 5 here. Wells now kicks this one out. Shields thought about it, puts it to the floor. Needs help. Goes over to Ellie Ferguson here. Shot clock at 10 for SPR. As we're back out to Bowser. Good pass into Waller. Waller, tough make, but couldn't get that to go. Now Thompson up the floor here. Trying to go Showtime with the pass. Arnold didn't really connect on it. Now Thompson will fire a 3, and well, that's no good either. Bowser gets the rebound there. Now Waller down the floor here. Off to Schultz and draws contact, and she will go back to the line for 1. So great take there by Eva Schultz.
Had some nice moments in this second term, hasn't she? Schultz
she has.
Stepping up in a big way for SPR. Ferguson and Wells both being checked pretty closely so far in this term, so they need a scoring punch from somewhere.
Absolutely. Of course, Eva plays a local basketball out at Hobart Phoenix, and knocks that one down there. So 3-point play and margin back to 2 here currently at the moment. Thompson goes cross-court to Ball. Ball goes baseline once again over McCaffrey as well too. So Shana Thompson able to find the right people at the right time, and those points are just keep on keeping on here. As I think that's a travel there by Wells. It is, yes, just taking that extra step on that one. So ball back to St Albi.
Just a little stumble there, wasn't it, at the wrong moment for Wells. Trying to step through and lost her footing for a split second.
Thompson up the floor here, draws contact. And I wonder who this will be on. It's going to be on Schultz there, so
I thought she did a pretty good job of picking which way Thompson was going to go, but just couldn't quite get herself set in time still.
Absolutely. Thompson was asking about something else as well too there to referee Tate Browning. Not sure what that is about, but anyway, Thompson, though, couldn't get that 3 to go on that occasion. And now Wells here up the floor. Wells will fire one from deep, is back on. Walkley couldn't reel that one in, but able to tap it away to Thompson. So Thompson now tried to go over McCaffrey on the pass, but that was no good. She got it back. Thompson, nice kick out. Arnold for 3, no good. Now Wells down the floor here to McCaffrey. As she goes up, couldn't get a go. Shields, that putback is no good. And now Mackenzie Mummy once again. She lost it, and then Thompson able to gain it, and no good there. So again, just a little bit of back and forth here, which looks a little bit scrappy. Both teams probably just need to settle down here and just get through a set here if they can. Because at the moment, it is a lot of kind of pass and drive here at the moment, and haven't really seen too much sets at the moment here, Jacob.
No, it feels like a lot of 1-2 pass possessions, doesn't it, so far? And look, it's partly a product of when you've got stars who draw so much attention, but as we see a turnover there, it's just been a little bit sloppy from both sides this quarter.
Certainly has, I think, and Brad Vanderkamp, and this is a wise move here by Brad Vanderkamp. Call a timeout, have a talk with the troops, and let's reset, refocus here with 4:22 to go. 4-point lead currently at the moment to St Albi. As they lead it here, and as we mentioned, that's a wise timeout there from Brad Vanderkamp.
Yeah, I think just a chance for both teams to take a deep breath and look to settle things down a little bit. You know, there were some real positives in the first quarter offensively at both ends, but struggling to A, generate those same good looks, and B, to knock them down when they get them. So both teams will be looking to draw something up here to just get some easy points on the board and get the momentum back in their favour a little bit.
Absolutely, and again, just quickly for those that are watching us and not the other thing, Australia 1 for 19 currently at the moment. Yes, so I think right now if I'm in Brett Vanderkamp's shoes, I'd be drawing up a couple of things and just asking them to relax and just say, let's get through some sets, because at the moment we are not playing the way we should be playing. If you're net geared right now, I'd say, right, let's slow it down a little bit more. Let's get the ball to the second side. Try and utilise, they have been doing a lot of on balls and just playing off that on ball. I think, again, love to see them try and work both sides of the floor, then attack the rim, or find that open look that you're well desired to look for.
Yeah, and at the other end for St Albi, doing a really good job of earning themselves extra possessions. They've forced 9 turnovers from SPR. They've grabbed 14 offensive rebounds, but settling for a lot of threes so far. They've taken 19 triples, only made 4 of them, so maybe need to try to get themselves going towards the basket a little bit more and look for some easy points around the basket.
Absolutely. As we stats are just wanting to confirm a couple of things here. So I'm thinking, I assume the stats are actually watching our live stream at the moment as well too. Maybe that's helping them try to catch up there on stats, of course. So
I was going to say a slight differential in the score on the
once
the dashboard. So that may be it. We've got
it strikes again.
I believe you've got it home, and we've got in front of us 33 to 28.
Yeah.
In stadium, we've got 33 to 29. So maybe just figuring out where that discrepancy is at the moment.
Rightio. Yeah, we're just working it all out as we go along. Stats are certainly trying to work their way through at the moment. Not a bad little crowd in tonight. Of course, our men's game coming up for you is between UDM and Campbelltown Lib. So that should be a good one to have a look at soon. But no, we are all good and we are right to go. So everyone's caught up. As ball here with Thompson. Thompson firing one from deep. She gets a lucky drop. That is a shooter's touch.
It is, isn't it? And she was 1 for 9 to that point, so she was due to get the roll maybe.
And we know Thompson does put up a fair volume of shots as that one misses there from SPR. So St Albi with another opportunity here on the break. And well, Neem Ball does that. And the margin now out to 9 here currently at the moment.
Shana Thompson with that play, I believe, has a double-double already in this game. 13 points and 10 rebounds, so she's on for another massive game.
Schultz was able to draw contact there, and she will go to the line here for 2. So it's Geared and Ogg coming back in. Looks like Mackenzie Mummy and Emily Arnold having a breather here. So Eva Schultz back at the line here for 2. And misses first.
Just leaving a few points on the free throw line, SPR. 4 of 9 now in the game as a team.
Of course, free throw shooting does matter.
St Albi, by comparison, 9 of 10. So that's making up some of this difference here.
It certainly is, Jacob. There's, well, margin out back to 8 here currently, Mo. 3 and a bit to go here before the major break as we have a foul once again. So right now, SPR need to probably try to do a better job on Thompson, because Thompson's just kind of getting her way at the moment, so to speak.
They've been a little bit lucky that she hasn't been knocking down more of her shots. She's 4 of 16 from the field, but still got the game high 16 points, getting to the free throw line, distributing to teammates. So she's been a focal point. Could be a lot worse for SPR though, so they need to, as you say, try to limit the damage from this point on that she can do.
Absolutely, as Thompson will miss that one. So Thompson only going, well, Thompson went none or two there.
Don't see that too often from her, do you?
I was going to say that margin has not changed. We did say it was 8, and it still is at 8 here. 3.5 to go. So an opportunity here for SPR to find their way back through. Ferguson is short on that one. Thompson able to get the rebound, and Thompson needs a little bit of help. Now ball just got over the timeline, and well, St Albi get it back here. So a bit of a let off there, because SPR is certainly providing some good defence, and on that occasion as well too through Wells. Now Geard needs to slow this one down for the troops. McCaffrey now. Out over to Schultz as she turned the corner and tried to go for the same type of shot, but no good this time, and another foul here. And again, that's on Ella Geard.
It's Geard's 3rd foul, I think, so we'll see a substitution here.
Yep, King and Arnold into the game. Hollingsworth coming in as well too.
It looks like Geard will stay in the game, so it's Wells that goes to the bench.
Yep, there we go. So Arnold, now Thompson inside. Thompson, well, she liked the matchup. Let's see. Score, it's going to be on Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth had more of a hold there, where Geard didn't do much on that one. So now Wells is quickly back in.
I think they maybe only... Oh, no, it's still Geard staying out there. I thought maybe they just realised who the foul was actually called on that last play.
Yep.
But no, just another quick fire substitution.
Yes. Of course, Nat Geard just standalone coach side for SPR. Chris Sunbill, who usually helps out, unavailable tonight, so Nat Geard with the full coaching duties. Meanwhile, St Albi, we've got Brett Vanderkamp and Christine Rumley. And there's another turnover there for SPR, and Thompson taking no mercy on that one and gets the 2.
Just so dangerous when she gets a full head of steam. Thompson goes straight through any defender in front of her.
Hollingsworth for 3 as Hollingsworth knocks down her 2nd triple of the game, and well, that's quickly sparked a timeout from Brad Vanderkamp. So 2:12 to go here before half time, and well, that margin's back at 10 now, Jacob.
Hollingsworth providing a nice spark. She only had the 1 3-point make in the tournament before tonight. She's got 2 in the game, helping to keep SPR, just about in this contest. But we spoke about it before. They just have these lapses, SPR, that come back to bite them in so many games. Being outscored 23-11 in this term, and that's undone the strong start that they had. So find themselves in a hole once again. We'll see if they can dig themselves out of it a bit before half time.
Seems to be a game of kind of some mini runs at the moment. It's like, one team can kind of get on a bit of a heater, and then all of a sudden the other team seems to get on a bit of a heater, but now there's a small buffer here, so it hasn't been able to get back within that. Well, I mean, it has been in single digits to a degree, but it hasn't got back to where it's, forcing the other team to really go, we've got to really play it out here kind of thing.
Yeah, I think St Albi have done a good job of just fairly quickly pushing it out to that double-digit margin, because it does give you a little bit of an extra level of comfort. And for a player like Thompson, she can keep playing with freedom and making things happen with some creativity without too much pressure on her at this stage of the game and with this kind of margin in place.
2:12 remaining here in the second quarter as we come to you live from Lorraine on a Friday night. Great to have you with us by the Island Hustle YouTube channel as well too. Massive thank you to our major partners in Champion Teamwear and Showday Sports as well too. Of course, Champion Teamwear decking out everyone with the wonderful uniforms you've seen throughout most of the season. And of course, Showday Sports get down to the Elizabeth Street Mall in town, only about 30-something odd days before the big man rolls into town. So make sure you get yourself something nice, or get one of your your rallies or your family members something nice as well too. As Thompson couldn't get that to go. Now ball up the floor here. As Wells goes cross court, and well, Thompson did a good job of deflecting that one out of bounds.
Good hustle back in transition there from Thompson to break things up. Nothing easy for SPR here at the moment.
No, certainly not. Down by 10 currently at this point in time. And it's ball down low here to Wells. Now geared, open for 2. Yes. That margin back to 8 now. So let's see what SPR can do on the defensive end. Geared, open at that 3, but no good. McCaffrey now. The floor here. Wells for 3, no good. Hollingsworth did well to get the O board. Schultz for a long 2 gets it to go.
Schultz now her team's leading scorer with 12 points, so she's putting together a really nice performance here.
Margin back to 6 here with a minute to go here. So good little run. Again, we talked about the runs. Good little run here by SPR. There's Thompson now. Contact allowed to be played there as Og from deep. Yes! Beck Og from downtown.
Rainmaker of a shot up and over the closeout from McCaffrey. Did well to get the shot away and then never looked like missing.
No, Beck Og has been working on that shot, that is for sure. Good work by her. Now we have a foul on the play here. And it's going to be on Beck Og there for some high contact with the head. So Schultz coming out. Schultz took a bit of a knock. Oh, yeah, they let that one go down the other end on that last possession where it looked like Thompson went into Schultz there, but of course Schultz, pretty tough girl herself. She'll be fine, of course. Family based down in my hometown of Queenstown, Jacob. So there's a lot of toughness down in Queen, especially when you play footy on that gravel oval.
100%.
As well too.
They breed them tough there.
My word, we do. Absolutely. So Schultz having a breather here, or extended break here going into half time as Thompson once again. That corner seems to be open, but no one has been able to make them pay, so to speak. They seem to be finding shots the hard way. Now Geared this time drives in. Can't get that 2 to go. Thompson with the O board. And she draws contact too, so there's been a lot of fouls in this first half. I think that's going to be something to be addressed at half time. You kind of, as a coach, sometimes when you sense there is plenty of whistles happening, you have to address that within one of your huddles and say, adjust to how the referee's calling it, because right now, if we keep fouling, we're not going to have many people left if we're not careful.
Yeah, and so much of that is just how tough it is to stay in front of Shana Thompson.
Yes.
She's drawn 8 fouls in this game already, so her 10th and 11th free throws there, just such a tough assignment.
So McCaffrey here, game clock is at 5 seconds. Wells on the buzzer, no, double dribble called with 0.6 remaining. So opportunity to bring it back within 7, but that will be to no avail. So we will have a 9-point margin going into half time. As why even think about it? So half time comes, it's 48-39. So a bit of a run there by St Albi in that second quarter. Really has sparked a bit of a buffer, but there was a nice little run there towards the back end of that half there for SPR, Jacob.
Yeah, they did enough to keep themselves in this contest heading into half-time. We'll see what they can do out of the break, if they can claw back into this one a little bit further, whether St Albis will continue to pull away. All
right, half-time here. You'll see some ads pop up as well too throughout, and after those ads, we'll be back in a few minutes, folks.
At Tassie Visuals, we believe every brand has a story worth sharing. We're not just creators, we're storytellers, crafting experiences that grab attention and drive results. Our expertise in video production, photography, drone operation, and website design turns your vision into reality.
Half time here in the basketball sees St Albi leading by 9 at the moment. 48-39. Roll Riggs and Jacob Duell with you here on a Friday evening here from Lorraine. And we are set to go here for the second half. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments both teams make, Jacob. And let's see what the second half brings us.
It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? And I thought it was very interesting to see Shana Thompson spend a lot of that halftime break out there getting shots up after playing the full 20 minutes in the first half. She's got 23 points, 13 rebounds, but shooting 6 of 19 from the field. She clearly wasn't happy with that, so getting some extra work in and making plenty of shots. So an ominous sign maybe for SPR as they try to slow her down.
Absolutely. Second half underway and a quick double team already on Thompson within the first 4 seconds. We'll get out of that pretty quickly. Now, Geared goes up, couldn't get it to go. Geared and Geared, no relation I've been told by the way too, as everyone's not sure. So they have to go with the jump ball and we'll go to SPR.
Saw there, as you said, an instant double team thrown the way of Thompson. Maybe an attempt to stop her from getting downhill towards the rim and drawing so many fouls as she did in the first half.
Absolutely. I'm sure that was addressed by both of the teams at half time as well too. Wells putting it to the floor. Now McCaffrey. And she goes up. Can't get that up and under to go. Thompson with the rebound. Now Arnold quickly up the floor. Good interception there by Ellie Ferguson. Yes, again, she'll slow this one down. Ferguson goes up tough with a floater. No good. Now Schultz open for 3. Yes! Eva Schultz from downtown.
Good second chance opportunity there. It feels like SPR's had so many layups like that one from Ferguson that have just rolled around and out. So finally get some reward on the offensive rebound and the kick out for 3.
Margin back to 6 here currently at the moment. Can that spark an SPR run? Thompson now trying to split for a couple. The up and under, no good. And gets her own rebound. Again, good D. No good there from Thompson. Everyone scrambling for the ball. And now Ferguson up the floor to McCaffrey. And great work there by SPR.
Really good running from McCaffrey there. And Ferguson did well to navigate the pressure along the sideline and then still make the pass in time.
Yes, able to knock that one, get that layup to go. And now we're back to 4. Here as Gear to put it to the floor. Now Og. Oh, getting a little bit stuck, and well, now let's see. Schultz was trying to claim that it was knocked at last by Og, but Jack Skelly fought the other way.
Feels like the intensity's gone up a bit from SPR defensively here. Really good start. We'll see if they can maintain it.
Thompson with the turnaround, Joe. No good. Og. And now, what do we got? We have a shot clock violation. Unfortunately, the shot clock operator had hit the reset button, and the referee's happy to deem a 24-second shot clock violation.
Right call there, I think. The only reason Thompson took the tough shot was the late clock situation. So
yes,
another good possession and closing it out for SPR.
And another quick foul on the play here. So substitution as Elias Vanderkamp will come in here for Beck Og. That foul was on Mackenzie Mummy, by the way, too, who picks up her third. And at the moment, again, just got to be wary of how the game is for show and how you try and play your contact. And now we have an offensive foul here for a legal screen. So that's going to be on Emerson Wells there.
Trying to do the right thing and
yep,
create some space, but instead Wells picks up her third foul of the game.
Interesting times at the moment. Only about two and a half minutes in here, and only a couple of players in that, third foul. Mummy now from deep, just back on. Thompson, and then geared, and last touch by SPR.
Another great pass from Thompson there under so much pressure, and then gets after it on the rebound. She's just really got a nose for the ball, doesn't she? Always goes after every single second chance opportunity.
So play to restart. He geared now through Vanderkamp, putting it to the floor now, goes up. Vanderkamp did a good job of staying with it and draws contact, and well, maybe on McCaffrey, so Vanderkamp back at the line here for two. So good work there by Vanderkamp. Again, she nearly lost the handle, but able to regain it, and then worked away nicely towards the basket there and drew contact, and she knocks that first free throw down.
McCaffrey did a really nice job contesting on the first attempt, but good job from Vanderkamp to stick with it, as you say, and draw a little bit more contact on the second time. Yeah,
1 or 2 there. McCaffrey with some good D on Thompson. Vanderkamp, nice little dump pass down to Thompson, and that time the 2-ball goes.
And that would not be a good sight for SPR. Giving up offensive rebounds off of free throws, one of those cardinal sins, isn't it?
Yep, it certainly is. A very inexcusable thing to do as Ferguson gets the 2 down the other end. So we're back and forth here at the moment. 5 points our margin here. Thompson looking to extend it to 8.
And that's the kind of shot she was working on in the halftime break. 3 of 11 now from 3, and if she can really get going from beyond the arc, that'll spell a lot of trouble for SPR.
Wells also matching it with Shana Thompson.
Wells' 4th triple of the game, so really fun head-to-head matchup here as Thompson comes back again.
Oh, why not? Why not? Oh, jeez, I thought we were going to have a shootout here. I do enjoy those moments when both teams can get on that kind of shootout route, as Schultz gets the 2 on the transition.
Great recognition there from Ella Geard. Waited until Thompson bit a little bit her way, and then the smart pass for the open layup.
Now, Haley Geared down this end of the floor, knocks down the 3. Now we're picking up some action here, Jacob.
We've seen this a couple of times in the game, haven't we? Both teams catching fire at the same time. Whether it's good offense or some poor defense, it doesn't really matter as SPR score again.
Yep, Schultz there on the drive there and got that one to go. So Schultz picks that one up. Yeah, so back to 4. Here we go. Geared, this time puts it to the floor. Thompson couldn't get it to go. Ella Geared got the rebound, and there was hands in there, so that would be a foul there. So Zoe Walkley coming into the game here for Emily Arnold. Emma Waller coming in for Ella Geared. So 5:51 to go here. I swear Thompson and Wells have both brought back the warm weather from Brazil with them as well too, with that shooting just heating up here in this third. As Ferguson gets the 2 off glass.
Another nice take, isn't it? A little bit of a floater thrown up there from Ferguson. She's starting to find her touch in this one.
Margin now back to 2. But well, I was going to say 2, make that 5 now as Thompson just knocks down number 3.
And that's 31 for Thompson now. She just keeps on ticking the scoreboard over.
Absolutely. Ball out to Ferguson. I thought she was going to pull the trigger there, but no, going that baseline drive once again, but no good. Now Thompson trying to see what she's got. Vanderkamp, she wants to join in the three-point party and does.
Second 3 of the game for Vanderkamp. She's into double figures now. The second St Albi player to be there, so they're getting contributions across the board. It's all coming from the hand of Thompson though.
Yeah, an offensive foul here. It's going to be on Emma Waller for a bit of a push of some sorts. I didn't really pick up on that one, but nonetheless, offensive foul.
Bit of an amused look from Waller there. I'm not sure she quite knows what that one was called for either.
I'm not sure either, but anyway, we move on. Vanderkamp for back-to-back triples, no good. Now Waller trying to draw some contact now, and a foul there. So that might be the make-up call right there, potentially, as that foul has been called.
We'll just flag here as well. We do still have a slight discrepancy
in
the scores, but I'm sure we'll get that one clarified before the end of the game. Hopefully if it stays a close one like this, as we see a timeout called here from SPR Conditioning.
Yes, timeout here, and the margin's got back to 8, but nonetheless, if we got back within 2, then it went back out to 5, and then we got it back to 4, and well, both teams were trading baskets really in that last, I'd say 3 and a bit minutes there, Jacob.
It's fun to watch, isn't it? And,
it is.
You know, Shana Thompson knocking down a lot of shots, but I feel like we're seeing some good contributions across the board in that stretch. Vanderkamp getting in on the act. Ellie Ferguson starting to knock down some shots. Eva Schultz putting together a really nice game with 19 now, the most for SPR. So seeing some good, well-rounded contributions. And at the end of it, we've still got a pretty close game on our hands. So SPR chasing that first win. They're in a reasonable position at the moment. Absolutely,
and not doing too bad of a job at the moment, Jacob. And like I say, a win for SPR will just kind of... Well, I mean, at this point in the season, you've got nothing to lose. You might as well try and, rattle a few cages amongst the other teams and make their job a little bit more difficult in making that finals. How this final system is going to work out in the end as well too.
You can always take some joy in playing spoiler, can't you? No matter where your season's at. But I also think, there's some pride at play as well for SPR, and maybe I'm being too generous, but I don't think they've played like a winless team this season. I think they've had some really good moments. So
they have.
I think they'd be very keen to get at least one win on the board and potentially some more in the tail end of this season.
Absolutely. They've been very competitive throughout. And Schultz now for a long 2 is no good. Now Thompson here. Ball. Thompson putting it to the floor and just finds a way to the basket once again.
In a game where we've seen so many of those finishes around the basket not quite go, she just makes it look so easy, Shana Thompson gliding through, and beautiful touch on the layup.
She did very well there. Margin now back out to 10. It was close as for 2 points for a matter of seconds until Thompson knocked down the 3 ball. Now, Schultz here. Schultz looking to go, spin, up and under, no good there. Thompson now putting it to the floor. Nice pass in the knee ball, and well, that could be that sparked now a double-digit lead quite quickly here. Meanwhile, anything you can do, I can do better down the other end, says Eva Schultz.
Yeah, and a nice dish from Wells there to find the open player, but you're right, this margin has sort of crept out to that 10, 12-point margin again. It's a dangerous spot if St Albi can make a run.
Thompson couldn't get that 3 ball to go. Now Schultz up the floor here once again. Schultz looking to go, up strong and gets the 2.
He's the first player for SPR to tick over 20 points, so one of the best games we've seen Eva Schultz play in this competition.
Yeah, no, Eva, a good up-and-coming young player, very hard worker. As Thompson draws contact, and that one we on Schultz. She quickly claims that one, as all the players sometimes do. Mighty McCaffrey coming out.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yep.
a good call from Schultz to try and claim that one, because around the ball also was Wells, who has 3 fouls.
Yes. So sometimes you want to take that foul for your teammate, which is always a nice thing to do, as Thompson goes 1 or 2 there. So margin at 9 here currently at the moment. Ferguson can't get that to go. Ball able to pick it up. Now Schultz here. The ball able to get through that defence. Now Mummy open at the corner once again for 3. And again, the corners have not been great for either team here in some way, shape or form. As that would be a foul on Thompson.
Just the second foul of the game for Thompson, so she's done a nice job of bringing some of that full court pressure without fouling.
Absolutely. Yeah, Schultz now putting it to the floor here. She goes up and gets another 2. Nice work there by Eva Schultz.
A really nice drive along the baseline there, showing us some good touch around the basket, Schultz.
Yeah, no, certainly does, as Mackenzie Murray gets the 2 there.
It seems like they have the answer every time at the moment, St Albi.
Yep.
Always able to fire back pretty quickly.
Schultz is on fire at the moment from downtown. So Schultz is up to, I think she's up to 26
points, I think that is now.
26, good grief. She's certainly having a game here, that is for sure. Hollingsworth going up and gets the 2 now and back to 4 again.
Really nice job from SPR, hanging tough here and forcing the issue a little bit, getting the shots they want. St Albi, we'll see if they've got that response yet again.
Now, Vanderkamp for the response, no good. And Thompson couldn't get that first one to go. Second time, lucky is good. Now we have a foul on the play. And that's going to be on Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth did look like she came over the top there as well.
Just that second, third jump ability of Thompson. It's not like she has a huge size advantage over Wells, who was trying to box out there, or, jumps a huge amount higher, but just the way she's able to get up for those second and third efforts, so tough to stop on the glass.
Absolutely. Thompson converts the 3-point play, so that margin went from 4 to 7 just like that. But can SPR get a basket on this possession? Hollingsworth couldn't get the roll. Thompson with the rebound. Now back up the floor here to Geard. And some good running by Thompson, but no good. Schultz with the rebound here. She goes up the floor to Ferguson, and we're back to 5.
Great hard running there from Ferguson. Didn't break stride on her way to the basket, and a nice finish.
Very nice finish by Ellie Ferguson. And last touch by Thompson. Schultz takes a hit. That shoulder seems to be bothering her a little bit here.
I think just as Thompson went to turn and make her cut to the basket, ran full steam into the defender.
We'll force the substitution. Bowser will come in here. And let's hope Schultz is okay. Again, this copped another hard one there from Thompson. So let's see what SPR can do here. And, well, that was not the greatest of turnovers, as Thompson makes them pay down the other end.
Yeah, you don't want to give Shana Thompson too many free opportunities like that, do you, on the move?
No. And Bowser, a good D by Arnold. Get that out of here, she says.
Did well to keep it in bounds as well and keep possession for her team.
Now Thompson for the finishing touches, and that's the backbreaker right there.
That hurts, doesn't it? A 5-point swing really out of nowhere.
And the defense just proving vital here in this last minute or so. Geared. No, not on the three-quarter time buzzer. Three-quarter time comes, so a inspirational run there by St Albi there. Put the margin back to 10 because we got it back to 4, Jacob, and it was a good run by SPR, but as you mentioned, all the answers have been there from St Albi.
They have, yeah. They've done a really nice job of absorbing some punches and then responding fairly strongly. As we take a look at the stat sheet, I think We're still a little bit behind here, but Thompson, I believe, up to 40 points now, 20 rebounds with a quarter still to play. So she's been central to absolutely everything for St Albi here. Good little contributions, though, from the likes of Vanderkamp, Ball, Geared, all chipping in. For SPR, Eva Schultz has been the catalyst. We saw her coming up pretty sore with that, what looked to be a knock to the shoulder in that quarter. So a major concern for them as they try to claw back once again from this double-digit margin.
Absolutely, and I just quickly checked the cricket scores in, Jacob, as well too.
It's not looking great.
No, it's not. We're not even mentioning the score, by the way, too. Now, I'm like, good grief.
As if we already would like everyone to be tuned into Island Hustle, but there's a reason to stay locked in here.
Yes,
You're not missing much on the cricket.
No, certainly not at the moment, no. We've got a good 10-point ball game at the moment. Again, has been those spur moments of runs in this ball game where it's literally been basket for basket, and then who can kind of, it's like tennis really, who can break serve here at the moment, Jacob. And well, St Albi been that last minute very crucial. As you mentioned, a quick 5-point swing has just changed the whole game like completely.
Yeah, and it all just stemmed from that one sloppy turnover, didn't it? Led to the layup for Thompson and then the 3 the next time down. Just need to tidy up those little things. SPR 14 turnovers to 6 in the game. They've given up the 24 offensive rebounds to St Albi, so neither of those things particularly sustainable. But I think there's still reason for them to believe they can claw their way back into this. They've done it a few times. If they can get some of their stars going in this fourth quarter and make a run, who knows what might happen.
And that's the question as well too, Shaky. Can they dig in for one more quarter here? They've done a great job with 3 quarters here to really stay with St Albi. And right now, it's literally anyone's ball game here. But, you know, it will be interesting to see if they can get Schultz back out on the floor. She was, prior to the huddle, I believe, trying to stretch out that shoulder. So hopefully it's all right. So we'll see what happens here in this fourth quarter coming up.
Interesting to see how they run the game out. It's hard work, isn't it? Constantly chasing a game from behind. So having to make all these runs just to stay alive. We'll see if they've got enough petrol tickets left to make one final push in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Last quarter about to get underway. Of course, coming up next for you, a men's game between UDM and Campbelltown Lib Eat. So we've got that coming up for you on the other stream. We have to switch it over as soon as we can. So I think we're good to go. So last quarter underway here. Thompson now. She'll pull up for the 2. Well, that missed everything. That was a errant shot there by Shana Thompson, and then just a bit too much heat on that pass there. Sees SPR turn it over.
Yeah, the right idea from Wells, I think, to try and get out behind the defence, but as I say, a little bit too much mustard on it.
Yes. Now Thompson. Out to Walkley for a long 2. Sorry, Walkley just knocking one down.
Her first points of the game come at a pretty handy time. Push that margin back out to 12 again.
Now Wells out to Hollingsworth here for 3. He just back on that one, no good. Now Thompson over to Walkley, right place, but wrong time, says Bridie McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's had some great moments defensively in this one. Not credited with a block yet on the stat sheet, but quite a few times where she's stayed straight up and contested shots like that one.
Absolutely. I think you count that one as a block, so hopefully they put that on. There's Mackenzie Mummy just surprising herself there with that reaction of her own.
A couple of really nice finishes around the basket from Mummy in this game, so she's provided a bit of a spark as well for St Albi.
She certainly has. Of course, another player to watch within the junior girls competition as well too. As Ferguson goes up, couldn't get that to go. Waller takes a hit. Wells for the finishing touches, back iron. Thompson able to pick up the board, and off we go. Thompson now. And now Mummy, who surprised herself, gives this one off this time, and Emily Arnold just shows you why. And the bench is loving it down there.
They're all making shots all of a sudden for St Albi, and I think this margin getting to the point of no return for SPR. They need a response really quickly if they want to stay in this.
Absolutely. I think this might be the knockout punch, and Nat Geared, I think, is just asked for timeout. So another shot here might just see the knockout. Geared for 3 is short. Thompson with the O board. Last touch by Hollingsworth, and we will either get the substitution or timeout. It would just be the substitution. I think if it was a score, then yeah, the timeout button would have came, I reckon there, Jacob.
Good to see Eva Schultz coming back onto the floor there, and hopefully that shoulder has come up okay.
Let's hope so, because she will be needed vitally here. Can SPR make a run? This is probably the game high margin right now, 17. They need to find a way to claw their way back. They've done well for 3/4 of this ball game. They don't want to let all the good work down now, as that one couldn't go. Now back up the floor here. Thompson for 3, and the bank is open on a Friday night, and that could be the killer blow right there. Marching out to a game high 20, and right now this is a very tough hill to climb.
I think you can tell from Shana Thompson's reaction there that she might not have called bank on that one, but it doesn't matter, they count all the same. She's up to 45 points in this game, 22
Good
rebounds,
grief.
6 assists and just the 1 turnover, so not her most efficient night shooting from the field, but it really doesn't matter when you're able to put up that kind of production, get to the free throw line at will. And that has been too hard to overcome ultimately for SPR. We'll see if they can claw the margin back a bit late here, but with the game high 20-point margin, 7 minutes left to play, it's a lot to ask for them to get back into this one.
Absolutely, there's a lot to ask, and right now this is certainly going to have to be, well, stops on the defensive end and then convert straight down the other end of the floor, because again, just like what St Albi did in that last minute or two, we talked about in that third quarter, that quick swing of points. That's what SPR will need to do down this end of the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll need to start making shots at a higher clip than they have been, shooting respectable 36% from 3 in the game, 43 from inside the arc, but just giving up too many extra possessions, so they'll need to cut down on those O boards and turnovers and get the likes of Ferguson and Emerson Wells going in these last 7 minutes of the game.
All right, let's see what SPR can do here. Again, this middle part of this last quarter vital, as Wells now to Waller. Waller up strong. Ferguson. Now Shields will test that shoulder out right now, and no good on that occasion. And then, well, good deflection, and Waller able to save it. Ferguson now for 3. That can't get anyone going there. So now up the floor here. And Wells really up and in on Mackenzie Mummy there. Now Walkley. Extra here to Thompson, and did everything but go in on that one. Now Schultz with an open lane here for 2, yes.
Shoulder looked pretty good on that finish there, so that's good news for Schultz and for SPR. She's had a fantastic game, 30 points on the board for her now.
Yeah, no, Eva certainly putting in the hard yards and getting rewarded with a good game here tonight. Now that will not count that as a travel, so Vanderkamp will come in here for Emily Arnold. So play to restart here. So marching at 18 here. So not a bad position. Well, it's not a great position to be in, but it's not a bad position when you're trying to be the team that's chasing points down, as Wells gets it to 15.
Wells started this game really strong, 11 points in the first quarter. She's only scored 8 since then, but a chance to finish with a bit of a flurry here.
And turnover. Ferguson picks up at the right place, right time. Ferguson in and out. Shields goes up, draws contact, and will go to the line here for 2.
Good running there from SPR. Ferguson, not a bad decision to pull up for the 3, and when it didn't quite fall, they had the numbers around the drop of the ball to pretty easily secure the offensive rebound.
Eva Schultz here at the line for 2 once again, knocks down the first.
Her highest scoring game of Island Hustle previous to this one, Schultz, was 17, also against St Albi in their last matchup, so she's up to a season high 32 now in the contest.
She's just about near double the season high there, Jacob, and well, Brad Vanderkamp can sense it. Margin is whittled back to 13 currently here at the moment. 5:43 to go here in the last quarter.
And, obviously a really impressive push from St Albi would be tough to stop, but that little stint with Schultz on the bench proved to be fairly costly, hasn't it, for SPR?
Yes.
Because she's been the one player who's been able to consistently put points on the board. They just got blown away a little bit in that time that she was stuck on the bench.
No, absolutely. I think that was kind of the turning point. It was that quick minute there where she was off, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. And right now, they're back to 13 here, so anything's possible here with 5:43 to go.
They found the response out of that last timeout that they needed, didn't they? They've chipped into the margin a little bit again. And as you say, just kept themselves alive, kept the pulse just about going. 5 minutes 43 left. They've still got a lot of work to do, but certainly not impossible.
No, certainly not. And again, a massive thank you to Tassie Visuals as well. Great to have them on board with Island Hustle, along with our major partners in Champion Teamwear and JD Sports. Great to have everyone with us by the YouTube channel as well too on a Friday night where plenty of sport is happening as well. I haven't checked the cricket scores on this occasion. Probably check it after the game and let's see where we stand in that one. But I'm probably more looking forward to a little bit later on tonight when we all get back home to watch some Jackies play as well too, Jacob. So
it's a good triple header of basketball, isn't it? Island Hustle into the Jack Jumpers.
Absolutely. We'll be making sure we're out of here quick as Thompson gets the quick two there.
Everything going her way there. Thompson, the offensive rebound falls into her lap, her 10th of the game. Another 2 points on the board.
Schultz from downtown.
This has been some sort of breakout game for Schultz, hasn't it? It's looking so confident shooting the ball.
Absolutely. And good D there as Wells picks up the scraps and away we go. So margin at 12. Can they bring it back to 10? Well, I can. So here we go all of a sudden, Jacob.
Just a couple of quick baskets and this has changed very, very quickly. Again, the momentum on SPR's side. What can St Albi do in response?
I know, I was going to say, if that were rolled in, Jacob, that just doesn't deserve justice right there. And, well, Gear just bobbled it up, and then good recovery by SPR. Chance here to bring it back to single digits for the first time in a little while. As Ferguson draws contact, and will go to the line for two.
Good recognition there from Ferguson. Caught the defence on their heels a little bit. Hasn't been a prolific free throw shooter in the tournament. 10 of 14 to this point, so 71%.
So Ferguson here at the line for two. Knocks down the first.
Anytime the margin's in single digits in the dying minutes, there's a chance, isn't there? And there's just, not panic certainly, but a bit of concern maybe from the team trying to hold the lead. They know they need to be wary.
Absolutely. Margin at 8 all of a sudden. We were out to 20 at one point. As it's going to go back to SPR. So everything just right now working nicely in SPR's favour right here.
Yeah, they've done what they need to do defensively, stringing together some stops. Let's see if they can keep on getting points on the board.
Wells for three. Yes! We are back to 5.
How quickly things can change in a game like this. They're just about dead and buried, I thought, but...
And that's an offensive foul. Thompson using the off arm, and another chance here for SPR to bring it back within a basket.
Emma Waller, as we've spoken about, putting her body on the line again there. Fantastic job defensively on Thompson. Maybe just a little bit of frustration creeping in with the way that this game's trending.
So Wells getting a quick double team there, or quick blitzing action it was. Now Schultz has had a...
Wells is open on the far
side. Foul on the play. It's going to be on Thompson there for the reach.
And a good job of navigating all that pressure on the right side. It left Wells wide open. I thought it was going to come back to her again.
I thought it was too there, Jacob. And let's see. Wells got... And there was contact on the head, so that is a foul. Within FIBA rules, any contact at the head is a foul. So that will mean 2 free throws here for Emerson Wells, but the 15th foul already for St Albi here, Jacob. And all of a sudden, SPR have got the advantage here, one would think.
Oh, yeah, it's St Albi definitely under the pump, aren't they? They've got the lead still, so they would back themselves in to steady the ship and find their feet again. But credit to SPR, they're doing everything they can to make this a close finish.
Absolutely. Wells to make it a 3-point ball game. St Albi at 1 point, we're up by 20 points. All of a sudden, we are now back to one single basket. Thompson rejected by Waller. Get that out of here. Now, Schultz, Ferguson, a chance to tie or get it back to one here. This has been some sort of fight back. And we had talked about that earlier on here. Waller puts it to the floor. Now, Geared. Interesting type of shot that nearly went in. Goes for seconds. Couldn't get that to go to tip. Nearly went. And, St Albi breathe a sigh of relief there. Now, can Thompson get the scraps here? Has to kick this one out. Vanderkamp goes for 3. Missed everything. Geared with the board. And finally, they get a settler there.
It's a huge play from Geared, isn't it? It was still scrappy. Great defense again to force some fumbles and a missed shot, but couldn't quite close it out, and now a turnover at the other end for SPR.
Yep, and could that basket been the kind of the pressure release that St Albi were looking for? Thompson on the move, and it might. I was going to say that basket by Geared has certainly again the game's just quickly swung.
They just needed something to stop the run, didn't they? To, as you said, release the pressure a little bit, and that quick putback from Geared was what they needed. And then Thompson, looks like she took a whack to the nose. We know she's had some injury issues in that area,
yes,
but she'll take the free throw here to push it back out to 8.
Let's see what Thompson can do. And 8 we go. So it's been some sort of fight back here from SPR. Can they just go for one last hurrah here with 2.5 to go? Time will tell. Wells goes cross court. Schultz for 3. Yes! Back to 5.
Make it 4 triples for Schultz in the game. She's got 37, keeping them alive.
And just that backdoor play, just killing everyone on that. Back to 7. Schultz now. Waller, Wells, looks good. Just off. Good rebound by Geared, who draws contact. And that's the thing I think SPR need to do now. Understand that St Albi are in the team foul limit. Every time we get fouled, we go to the line. Let's just be aggressive on offense.
Yeah, at the very least, I think early in the possession, they need to test them on the drive, don't they? If you can catch a defender just not quite sliding their feet where they need to, all of a sudden, as you say, it's trip to the free throw line, just easy points on the board and stop the clock.
Geared misses the first. Free throws have been a bit of a worry for SPR throughout this game. And on that occasion, they did a miss there. It is helpful, and another miss there is helpful for St Albi.
Good defensive pressure from SPR.
Yep, and ball goes out of bounds. Back to SPR. So an opportunity here to get it back within 4 or 5. And we have a technical foul here on Brad Vanderkamp, which we'll see one of the SPR players at the line here for the technical free throw.
So 1 free throw in possession, so this could get it back to 6 from Wells, and then a chance to claw it back a bit further.
Absolutely. Wells gets it back to 6. So I think Brad Vanderkamp has been a little bit frustrated with the officiating and certainly bordering on a technical. I don't know if it was the right technical to get at this point in the game. We'll soon find out. As Ferguson now has it. Now Wells. Oh, sorry, that was Emma Waller. Now Wells has it for us. Wells. Now Ferguson for a long 2. No good. Thompson gets the rebound. And so an opportunity here for St Albi just to settle. They don't need to really rush here on his offensive possession. And foul on the play here. So Thompson probably doing the right thing there. She has been drawing fouls throughout the entire game. So she will go to the line here for 2. Second team foul only for SPR here with 1:28 to go.
Thompson with the chance to add here to what is one of the more ridiculous stat lines we'll see in this competition. She makes that one now with 51 points.
This is ridiculous.
25 rebounds and 6 assists in the game.
It's not something that we've actually talked too much about. You know, it's just Thompson quietly going about her business, and now up to 53 points for the game.
Well, the craziest thing about it is it's not a surprise.
No.
A stat line like that from anyone else would be unbelievable, but it's almost what we expect from Shana Thompson.
Wells has to go up, but couldn't get that to go. I think that might be the knockout here. As Arnold, yes, and well, they're over the ton now, so they can raise the bat. Not sure about our other folks over in Perth at the moment.
No sign of anyone raising the bat there yet.
No, not as yet. No, Jacob, no. So I'm going to give credit to SPR. They've had one hell of a game as far as fighting their way back from 20 down at one stage and having this game at literally a three-point contest, and then St Albi have had all the answers throughout.
Just feels like the story of their season, doesn't it? A lot of almosts and maybes, but they still can't quite get that first win on the board.
No, they are so close, and I tell you what, I thought tonight was going to be the night, and unfortunately, no way Jose as Wells can't get that three to go. Ferguson with the O board. Nice little turnaround J there for Ferguson. And I don't know, are they going to call it off here? They're going to try and foul? Well, it's a foul, 11.8. So sideline ball here. I think that's all she wrote, unless we are going to play long game out. 5 fouls here for... No, Ella Geard is out of the ball game. And Hollingsworth will come in. So let's see what SPR do defensively here. Do they foul, or will they just throw the white flag up and live to fight another day? Let's see here. And Thompson up strong and gets the 2. So this one, let's see if SPR do score here. Hollingsworth for 3 is no good. And that will do it. So in the end, final scores here, 103 to 93, and what was a very high-scoring contest. Though, as we mentioned, St Albi were 20 points up at one stage, and then SPR able to get it back within 3, and then finally, at those last couple of minutes, St Albi able to find their way through and take home a win, Jacob.
An entertaining game, wasn't it? Credit to SPR, as you said, for fighting back. Led by Eva Schultz, 37 points, her season high. Emerson Wells with 25. They were both fantastic, but St Albi built a lead early, did enough to hold their nerve late, led by Shana Thompson with those 54 points and 25 rebounds. Eliza Vanderkamp with a double-double as well, 10 points and 10 boards. Hayley Geard, the other in double digits with 10, so some good contributions in key moments across the board, but at the end of it, it's really the star power of Shana Thompson.
Absolutely.
That got them that win.
It must be. That's got to be a record. It must be.
Well, and the thing is, that part of me is thinking that has to be a record, and another one's wondering whether that's even the most she scored this season. So
yeah, we're going to
just don't know with a player like Shana Thompson, do you? Anything's possible.
Absolutely. We'll have to delve into the other stats from the other games and find that one out. All right, we'll switch the streams over and we'll get ready for our men's game coming up for you very shortly. In the end, a win to St Albi to keep their season on track. They win it by 10, 103 to 93. All right, we will see you in a few minutes.